Facebook fact checkers freak out. Call emergency meeting after Zuckerberg pulls funding. Why do you need an emergency meeting for? He pulled the funding. I mean, y'all are donezo. No one told y'all to be as biased as you were, and to be so obvious about your biases, and just censor everyone that you disagreed with. And now this is what you get. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Like I said yesterday, I'm actually going to get back on Facebook. I haven't done it yet. I've been busy working and stuff. But I plan on getting back on Facebook and being active on Facebook again. Maybe posting some of my stuff there. But this is this is awesome to see. I'm loving what's happening right now, watching these people freak out. So we're gonna talk about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Daily Wire, and they report that far left fact checking outfits are in full blown panic mode after Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced on Tuesday that Facebook will drop its current fact checking system, thereby cutting off funding for the partisan organizations. And that's exactly what they are, partisan. The International Fact Checking Network, or IFCN, which includes signatories like PolitiFact and MediaWise, called an emergency meeting specifically over Zuckerberg's announcements, a Business Insider report revealed. Quote, "This program has been a major part of the global fact-checking community's work for years," IFCN's director Angie Holden said. "People are upset because they saw themselves as partners in good standing with Meta, doing important work to make the platform more accurate and reliable. But by doing so, you end up censoring the majority of the people, and people like myself left Facebook." Well, one PolitiFact employee said they, quote, "found out this morning at the same time as everyone else about Zuckerberg's dropping the partnership." Zuckerberg said in a video posted Tuesday that Meta will no longer work with third-party fact checkers, will end restrictions on topics like gender and immigration, and scale back filters that censor people for innocuous posts. The CEO added that Meta would focus on ensuring free expression, saying that the recent election seemed like a cultural tipping point. And that's exactly what it was. That's why Trump won overwhelmingly, because of things like this. The left has been doing, censoring people's speech because they don't like what they're saying, not because it's harmful, not because it's illegal, but because they were in opposition to it. Zuckerberg started the controversial partnership with left-wing fact-checking sites back in 2016, following the election of President Donald Trump. Conservative news sites, including the Daily Wire, quickly saw the suppression of their content for supposedly posting quote-unquote misinformation. We all know what misinformation really means. However, information that was merely contrary to the mainstream narrative was often rated false or misleading. Excuse me. Ben Shapiro, who I'm not really a huge fan of, but I agree with him on this, he said the same with the Daily Wire. We were literally the number one informational source on Facebook. I don't know about number one, but they were definitely up there before the censorship regime decreased our reach by fully 90%. That's just ridiculous. Even satire from right-leaning sites such as the Babylon Bee, I love the Babylon Bee, was rated false by these supposed independent fact-checking outlets. Like, why would you fact-check satire? It's satire. We all know it's a joke. Like, why would you have to label it false when it's clearly satire? I mean, these people were just ridiculous. That's where the saying comes from: the left can't meme. They can't meme, so they have to censor. Seth Dillon said, "Fact checking almost killed the Babylon Bee. So many of our jokes were rated false. So many of our jokes were rated false that the media began to characterize us as traffickers in misinformation under the guise of satire." Whatever that means. What does that even mean? It's satire. How can misinformation be satire when we know it's a joke, it's an embellishment? That's what satire is. Ironically, that was misinformation. Fact checking safeguards narratives, not truth. That's facts. Um, Holland, though, shifted blame to Facebook for the actual censorship of posts. Said, quote, it was never about censorship, but about adding context to prevent false claims from going viral, she said. Notably, Facebook made the decision to censor posts based on the fact-checking ratings. So they blaming Meta for it. Now that Meta, a long leading funding source for IFCN members, is no longer using these fact checkers, these operations will have to size down. Holden indicated. Great, I'm all for it. Y'all need to close altogether. No, we don't need this. We don't need fact checkers. Leave it up to the people to go in and do their own research to fact check themselves instead of having some a biased organization telling us what is true and what is not. But quote, the IFCN was here before Meta's program and will be here after it. So why are you making a big stink about it then? We may look different in size and scope, but we'll continue promoting the highest standards in fact checking and connecting organizations that want to collaborate worldwide. We're here to help them figure out the best way forward, Holden added. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're all about pushing your leftist narrative. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with actually fact checking and making sure people is being accurate and telling the truth. They are very misleading, and I hope they go away. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.